And that was a challenge for all of us. And I think we're all kind of like, as actors, very excited to work on something different that challenged us. Yeah.
First of all, I loved this movie. I thought it was so awesome.
Thank you.
How did the audition process go for you?
So that's weird because it happened. It was a phone call. It was a phone call with Riley Stern, and I talked to him about why I wanted to work with him. I'd seen his film, and I'd done a whole bunch of research on Riley, but he called me at the wrong time. I have twin boys, and they're around 3 years old at that time, and I was right in the and most parents would know, with toddlers know that the hard position of getting your kid from the dinner table to the bathroom, and he called me right in that little pocket. And when I was about to drop my speech about why I want to work with him and the films and his style of shooting, what I loved about it, it was terrible timing. And I said as much information as I could about what I knew about him. But then I just asked him, I was like, dude, I got to go, but are you a good person? And he says, yeah, I'm a good person. And I was like, I'm a good person. I just want to work with good people. And that's all I want. But I got to go right now because my kids are running amok around my house. But I'll see you later, buddy. And that's how I got cast in the film.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So working with Karen, I mean, you're funny as hell in this movie because you're like a dickhead, but like
he's a piece of crap. He's a piece of crap. Yeah. Yeah, that was awesome. That was cool.
Yeah. The whole film is so unique and dark and funny. How did that contrast to anything that you've worked on before?
I can't compare this experience working on this film to anything else because Riley's so unique. The style he shoots, the way he writes, it's very Riley. In terms of the way he talks, the way he dresses, the way he puts things together in his house. It's if you meet him and you get to know him, his film is exactly like Riley Stern's, and I've never experienced that before. Like even in the way we deliver our lines and the way he uses shots, it puts you in a space that where you don't feel comfortable, which I love and enjoy. So. And that was a challenge for all of us. And I think we're all kind of like, as actors, very excited to work on something different that challenged us. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I keep hearing in all the interviews I've watched, it's like, it's Riley. Like everyone, there's like this X factor of working with Riley.
Mm-hmm.
Now did you film this in Finland?
Yeah, we shot in Finland and it got moved around because of the pandemic. It was right at the beginning of the pandemic, and I think we were one of the first movies to shoot during the pandemic. And like it was so in the beginning that like when I jumped on a bunch of planes to fly to Finland, I was like one of 3 people on the plane.
Wow.
Like it was crazy. I was in I think Heathrow, and it was empty. The airport was empty, so yeah.
It's like eerie, yeah. But it seemed like, based on your Instagram, you were able to have a little bit of a blasty blast in Finland. What was that?
Yeah. I got to have the best. I think I got to have the coolest time because I had a lot of downtime, and me and the producer Aaron became really good friends, and we got showed around by this man called Ilka, who is kind of like the king of Tampere, which is this town that we shot in. And I got to sauna every day. I got to go ice bath in the lake and get to learn the culture. And I got to talk to a bunch of university students. Like I try to do things in the community, and I found there's an acting department. So I talked to, I think it was a couple of 100 kids over Zoom about acting and trying to help them out. Yeah.
That's cool. What is the best career acting advice you've ever received?
I'm enough. And just use my life as the tool. So yeah, that's what I say to everyone else that wants to be acting. I'm like, whatever you've been through in life is exactly what you need to be an actor, and use that at the heart of it.
Yeah, that's good advice. Do you have a dream role or dream project you'd love to tackle?
Well, I'm kind of doing that, like with these films, like these. It's not a dream role. Like I just always want to challenge myself. Those are the roles that I want. So I was scared of comedy and scared of sci-fi. So I decided to jump in the most like darkest humor film out there in a sci-fi film. So it's not really dream roles. It's just I just want to be challenged every time I do a project and get an opportunity to express myself.
I always say too, like, if I'm kind of freaking out, like that means I'm learning and progressing and getting better.
Yeah, I run towards, that's a rule I have for myself. I run towards the fear. So if I'm scared of something, I run towards it. If I'm comfortable, I pretty much have to leave whatever I'm in.
Yeah, like I have like if somebody's like, "Hey, do you want to moderate this huge panel?" I'm like, "That is the scariest thing I've ever heard. I'm in." Like,
yeah, it's a great rule.
You're also working with, well, I guess you've wrapped this, but Taika Waititi, who is one of my favorite directors. I don't think he ever misses. How was working on Next Goal Wins?
Yeah, he's awesome. He's just like one of the bros. Well, he is one of like our mates from New Zealand, so who just happens to be one of the biggest directors in America, Hollywood. Working with Taika it's just like working with your friends, man. Like he brings no ego to it. He's very good at his job, and he's very, just like Riley, he's very Taika. You know, the reason why people like these individuals are doing great and going to do great things is because they just be themselves. They don't try to be anything else. Like Taika in the States is exactly the same as Taika in New Zealand.
I don't know how he has the time. So, like, he's always doing like 60 different projects at once.
Yeah.
It's wild. Yeah. Well, Beulah, thank you so much for your time. It's such a delight to talk to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And congrats on the film. Thank you so much.